Welcome to Golden Bachelor. If you love celebrity news and real entertainment updates, you're in the right place. A quiet afternoon settles over Chelsea Vaughn's apartment. The kind of afternoon where the world feels just a little slower, and life asks you to sit still long enough to face it. Her scarf is wrapped neatly around her head, not as an accessory today, but as a small shield, one that holds a story she has been debating whether to share. Chelsea has never been the type to hide. Not on reality TV, not in real life, and definitely not from the people who have supported her since the moment she stepped onto that iconic bachelor driveway, glowing in her gown, hoping for a connection. But today feels different. She takes a deep breath, props up her phone, looks into the camera, and decides to tell the truth. Before she gets to the heavy part, though, she can't help but start with a smile, because if there's one thing Chelsea does well, it's finding humor, even when life is being a little dramatic. She leans in and says something that instantly makes her viewers feel like they're sitting right there with her. Okay, so life is choosing violence again. And with that, she begins. She talks first about love, because of course she does. The model whose confidence could light up a runway is also a romantic, the kind of woman who has always believed in meaningful connection. She shares that she and her boyfriend recently ended things, not because someone messed up, not because of betrayal, but because their plans for the future simply wouldn't meet in the middle. He wanted New York. She wanted something different. Two hearts trying to stretch across miles they weren't built to carry forever. Sometimes, she says softly, even good love has to make room for real life. She doesn't blame him. She doesn't blame herself. She doesn't even blame the distance. Sometimes paths just diverge, and instead of clinging, Chelsea lets go with grace, humor, and a bittersweet smile. She admits the breakup hurt, but she also says it taught her something about what she wants next. But beneath the breakup story lies something even more personal. She looks down for a moment, gathering the courage to continue. When she looks back into the camera, her expression shifts, still warm, still composed, but undeniably vulnerable. She explains that the scarf she's been wearing isn't only a style choice. Her hair has been falling out, not a little, not in a way she can hide with clever styling or hair clips. It's falling out in random patches, unexpected, unpredictable, and frankly unfair. She jokes lightly, "My hair is falling out faster than my last dating situation," giving a small laugh to ease the tension because that's her way. Humor as a coping mechanism. Humor as courage. But then her voice softens as she admits it's scary. She went for blood tests. She's waiting for answers. She wants to make sure nothing deeper is going on with her health, because the sudden, aggressive hair shedding is not something she can ignore. She talks about walking past the mirror, running her fingers through her curls and watching them slip away. She admits she feels self-conscious, even though she's been celebrated for her beauty for years. Even though she once shaved her head intentionally and looked stunning. Even though she radiates confidence. This time feels different, she explains. This wasn't a choice. This wasn't empowerment. This was something happening to me, not something I chose for myself. Her honesty hits in a quiet, powerful way. She shares memories of the moment she shaved her head the first time, how bold she felt, how free, how breathtakingly herself. And then she contrasts it with the way she feels now, like she's being pushed toward a decision she isn't ready for. The idea of shaving her head again rings in her mind, not as a celebration, but as a last resort. She pauses and takes a breath, as though summoning her inner strength. Even while talking about her fear, she still manages to lighten the moment. She says she's trying to make lemonade out of this whole hair fiasco, as she calls it. She laughs as she imagines walking into the salon and saying, "Surprise, we're starting fresh, again." The truth is, though, she's scared, terrified even. She doesn't try to hide that. It's in her voice, in her eyes, in the way she fiddles with the edge of her scarf. She talks about stress, how she's been dealing with big decisions, new opportunities, moving between cities, and the kind of emotional weight that only major life transitions bring. She wonders if stress is part of the reason her hair is falling out, but deep down she knows something else might be happening. She looks at the camera with that familiar Chelsea strength and admits that she's trying not to spiral into the worst-case scenario. She's trying not to jump to the worst-case scenario. She just wants answers. But she also wants her audience to know she's not hiding, not pretending, not masking her real life behind a set of perfect photos. She tells them she's grateful, grateful for the messages, for the kindness, for the random strangers who cheer her on even when she feels like she's unraveling a little. She says she reads everything, even the comments that start with, "I know you won't see this, but..." She laughs gently. "Oh, I see it. I see all of it." The story shifts again as she talks about her dreams, about her modeling career, about the new contract she's just landed, a huge step, one she's proud of. She jokes that she'll strut onto that set hair or no hair because she's Chelsea, and she refuses to let fear stop her from shining. She reflects on her journey, moving from New York to Mexico City for love, traveling across countries to chase happiness, and now facing an illness she doesn't yet understand. Life, she says, is dramatic, but also beautiful. Messy, but kind. Hard, but meaningful. By the time she finishes telling her story, she's not just a Bachelor alum, or a model, or a woman dealing with hair loss. She is a reminder of what strength looks like when life gets real. She ends her message with the kind of emotional clarity that feels like a gentle hug to everyone listening. She reminds viewers that beauty isn't locked inside the strands of hair we keep or lose. It's in the courage to keep showing up. It's in the laughter we choose during the hard days. It's in the honesty to say, "I'm struggling," and still push forward. She promises to share updates on her health. She promises to be honest. And most importantly, she promises not to hide behind fear. Her story closes with a sense of hope. Not forced, not fake, just a quiet confidence that grows from choosing to face life head-on. For everyone watching, her journey becomes more than a personal update. It becomes a reminder that vulnerability is powerful, that uncertainty is survivable, and that even when life knocks the crown off your head, you can still wear your courage like it was custom-made. The video ends, but her message lingers, warm, honest, and unshakably human. And as her story continues, fans wait with open hearts, ready to walk with her through whatever comes next. Thanks for watching, Golden Bachelor. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and stay tuned for the next big story.